Yo, what's up, guys? So here's the thing. A lot of you already know this about me. I have cystic fibrosis. So I'm making this video because there's a lot of subjects that people don't like to talk about, or we kind of, I guess, are afraid to speak out on. As far as cystic fibrosis, it is mainly a genetic disease, or a lung disease. I call it a lung disease when people ask me what it is. But people forget that it affects all the major organs in your body. And due to the improper vitamins and all things that people need to grow and stay strong, in their bones, in their organs, their body, we don't have a lot of that, and we have a lot of complications as far as digestion, growth, sexual reproduction, things like this. But those are the physical aspects of cystic fibrosis. So a lot of people forget, or they don't think about, I guess, when you're an outsider looking in, of a lot of us. I know myself in particular, I have a lot of mental problems. I'm not saying I'm crazy. I'm not saying I'm unstable, but I do suffer from anxiety, depression. It's hard to live a life, being, I guess, terminally ill or chronically ill, because at some age, if for me, I was 13 when my doctor sat me down and had the talk about my future. And me being 13, I was just starting to go through a lot of changes as we normally do. So I don't know if you've had that talk with your doctor, when you had that talk with your doctor, but most of us, I think, I know me personally, I did, had that talk, and it was told to me that, my life expectancy, wasn't too far. They were surprised when I made it to 18. I'm 25 now. I was friggin' surprised to make it to 25. But anyway, when you live with that, I call it almost like a chip on your shoulder. You hear it from everybody. You're not supposed to make it. You're not supposed to be able to do this. We're always put in this bubble because people are so afraid that we're going to get sick or catch something, or, staph, pneumonia, MRSA, whatever we can catch. We are a genetic magnet for everything that's nasty and gross, because when we get something, it amplifies and multiplies in ways that normal people don't imagine. So I'm just kind of shedding light on all this because this is a serious topic that a lot of people are really afraid to talk about. Because like I said, cystic fibrosis is mainly a lung disease, but there's a lot of other things that go with it. So what I'm talking about, guys, this may be a really long video. I might have to cut it up. But medicinal marijuana. People, I know in today's, world, it's a cash crop. People think that the medicinal values are being tainted, and, all you need to do is have a little bit of back pain and you can essentially get a medicinal card. I'm not talking about those people, guys. I'm talking about people who have cancer, chemotherapy, people who have, horrible seizures. And for us, myself, and other, cystic fibrosis patients, it is a way to alleviate pain. People hear or see a person with cystic fibrosis using cannabis, weed, pot, whatever you want to call it, to medicate. And, their first thought is, oh my God, are you serious? How can you do that? You have a lung disease. Do you just want to die? You don't care? And the truth behind it is, guys, is that we do care. We don't want to die. But all our alternatives to life are what? Sitting in a hospital bed getting pumped full of IVs every 6 months, every year. Waiting for a lung transplant, having to take friggin' pill after pill just to stay normal because your head is just all messed up from all this crazy stuff that goes on day in and day out. Me personally, I made the choice to medicate because like I said, I suffer from anxiety, depression, arthritis. It just comes with it. Pain is a cystic fibrosis, that comes hand in hand with it. It's not just about taking a couple of breathing treatments and taking pills whenever you eat. That's just scratching the surface. You have to be mentally ready and mentally tough to handle this disease. And sometimes we need help. So our doctors, because it's legal, prescribe us. Some as young as 13. I was 13 and I started taking, Depakote for bipolar depression. Then I moved to Zoloft. Then Xanax for anxiety. Then cyclopazidine or whatever the hell, and then for my pain it was Tramadol, Percocet, Valium, hydrocodone, morphine when I was in the hospital. And, our organs are working hard enough. And the one thing people or the doctors or nurses tell us is to take care, you don't want your kidneys overworking. You don't want your liver overworking. You don't want these things overworking, but they're pumping us full of these chemicals that are making our bodies work too hard. When you are 13 and you hear this news that you may not make it past 18, hell, you may not even make it to 18, that does something to your psyche, okay? You start living, looking over your shoulder, afraid to just say, you know what? Let's do it. This is my life. Let's do it. We don't get that option sometimes. And for me, I made the choice I can't say a long time ago, because I was on those meds for a long time, guys. And they didn't help. I got addicted. Got addicted to painkillers. Got addicted to Xanax. I couldn't function without my pills. Okay? Everywhere I went, all you heard was because I had to have my medicine. I couldn't function without it. I didn't want to eat because I was too lazy or too tired to move. I didn't want to disrupt my high, my little vibe that I was in. And I don't know if this is the same for everybody else, but I'm telling you my story. This is what happened to me. This is why I made the conscious decision to medicate. And people are afraid. They're afraid to say, yeah, I have CF. And I use weed. So what? It's 2015, guys. I just wish people were more open-minded, not the CFers who are afraid to make that choice. That's a choice you're going to have to make for yourself. But I want people who don't have CF, family members, doctors, friends, people who are on the outside looking in. And you know what? I'll admit it. I don't look sick sometimes. I don't look sick a lot of the time. And I'm thankful to whatever higher power that's out there that allows it to be that way. But because I don't look sick, you know, and I medicate the way I medicate, people think that I'm just a pothead. I'm a stoner. I'm a whatever. I'm taking advantage of something. It's not that way, guys. I wake up every day. You don't understand. When you cough constantly, 18 to 20 hours a day, sleep for maybe 2,